Hey yo, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome to a brand new series on this channel. It's going to be a secondary series that will run alongside my main series, which right now is the Milan Career Mode. And if many of you are watching this, you're probably here because you know about the Milan Career and you watched it, and maybe you like it, and maybe want to check out what this is going to be. Well, this is going to be a complete series dedicated solely to the Youth Academy. I've talked about in my Milan series, at the end of Season 2, I went on a little bit of a rant saying that it's almost impossible to find players in the Youth Academy that have decent skill moves and weak foot, enough so that I think that they would be a viable option on a big team. Well, this series is going to find out if we can actually find some of those players or not. We're going to start out at the bottom of England in League 2 with Plymouth Argyle, and I've chosen them because you can see their youth development is high priority and their domestic success is high priority, which is going to line up very nicely with what we want to do in this series, and that is bring in young players and move up through the ranks of English football. And we're going to see if we can do that using solely the Youth Academy. So we're not going to be allowed to buy any players. No way are we ever going to be using the transfer market to buy players and bring them into this team. We're only allowed to use the Youth Academy to promote players, or the free agency to bring players in that are under the age of 21. 21 years or under, no one above 21. That's the only way we can bring players into this team. We'll also be using Scout a Future Star as well to bring better players into the Youth Academy, and we're only allowed to use that once per season per the rules of FIFA. I can't control that. So that is what this series is going to be. It's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a very, very long road ahead. Like I said, this is gonna be a secondary series. It won't be uploaded as often as the Milan series. Hopefully once or twice a week for this one, and it'll be a little bit longer episodes, maybe 20 to 25 minutes, so we can get through quite a bit of content each episode. So that is what we're doing here. This series is called Young Guns because we're gonna bring a lot of young players in, a very youthful team at all times pretty much here at Plymouth Argyle. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so here we are. We've arrived in Plymouth, and here are the objectives set for us by the board in our first season here. For youth development, and of course this is the big one, what the whole series is based around, they want us to assign 2 players in our Youth Academy assigned to the defender position. Should not be a problem. And grow 2 Youth Academy players by at least 10 overall points and play them in 5 matches. Hopefully we have more than just 2 players that end up doing that. I'm hoping for a couple of them to come through the Youth Academy and jump into that first team in season number 1. For brand exposure, sell out at least 50% of home games here. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm assuming this is based largely on the success of the team, whether or not we're winning or losing. But from what I've seen, and I did a lot of research on Plymouth before I started this series, they have a really solid supporter group. They have a really, really strong following in their city. So hopefully we can do that regardless of how our performances are. I think they have a really good supporter group there. In financial, they want us to finish the season with a profit margin of 11 million. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Setting up the Youth Academy initially will take a little bit of money, but we're not going to be spending any money on transfer fees or things like that. So I'm not sure how close we're going to come to that, but we'll have to find out. Domestic success, they want us to gain automatic promotion. I don't know if that'll happen in Season 1 just because of the number of young players that are going to be coming through. We might struggle initially, but maybe we'll be able to earn promotion. I'm not sure yet. And in the FA Cup, they want us to reach the round of 32. Again, I just don't know if that's going to happen. Continental success, I don't think we'll have to worry about that for quite some time. We're in League 2. We have to get probably at least to the championship before we even have a shot at the Capital One Cup, which is now called something else, but that gets you into the Europa League, I think, if you win it. I don't know. We don't have to worry about continental success for a long time. So to start our Youth Academy, obviously we got to go ahead and get a Youth Scout. The problem here is our funds are very, very limited here at Plymouth, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this team. We don't have very much money. 1.3, almost $1.4 million in the budget is not enough to get one of these better scouts. We have to take what we can get at this point. It's a 2-star scout, Marcus Wright from England. All of our hopes and dreams are going to depend on you, buddy. Mr. Wright, please be Mr. Wright for this team. We got to hire this guy. And Marcus Wright is going to, of course, start right in our own backyard. What better place to start than at home? Let's set him in England, set him for 9 months, and we're just going to be looking for any players. At this point, we just need talent into this team. I do not care what position they play. And as I have said, we have gone with Scout a Future Star to get this thing started as well. Hopefully that will bring the first big player into Plymouth. I just pray that he's actually a decent player. I've done this before and gotten like a left back that has a max potential of like 82. That's really not what I'm looking for. I'm hoping for a player that plays a key role, either a center back or some kind of a midfielder or attacker that's going to be really, really good, upwards of 90 plus potential. That's what we're looking for here. Whether or not that happens, we'll have to see. So this is the team that we have inherited here at Plymouth. And I know I'm going to be focusing solely on bringing players through the Youth Academy. However, we do have these players here currently, and I'm not going to go out of my way to try to get rid of any of them. If we want to stick with these players throughout the entirety of the series, any of them, we can do so. I'm not going to set any rules against that, but honestly, I don't think there's really going to be any players that are going to be worth keeping for more than a couple of seasons. But a full 60 rated team to start off with in League 2 is not the worst case scenario. I mean, it's actually a pretty decent team. We should be able to at least compete this season. Hopefully, you know, I just don't want to finish like bottom of the table. That would be absolutely horrific. We'd probably get fired at that point. But hopefully we can compete. You know, maybe a mid-table finish wouldn't be wouldn't be the worst case scenario there. There's some okay players. We can work with this, at least at the beginning, until we can get some youth players in. We can definitely work with this. So we actually have a transfer offer in for one of our players. I honestly didn't expect that to happen, ever. But it's for Ryan Lane, which happens to be the worst player on the team. Stevenage want him, and you know what? You can have him for 45,000. I don't really care. I don't think he's ever going to see a minute on the field for this team. So it is now August 1st, and we have our future star into the Youth Academy. It's a French left midfielder. I can't even begin to say that first name. I'm going to take a stab at it, say it's Hervé Pellard. I don't know. But he is 15 years old, a left midfielder. He's also left-footed, which makes me very worried considering our recent struggles with weak foots and things like that. So I don't know if it's going to work out. We'll have to find out. But he's only 15, which means we can't call him up right now. Despite him being 61 overall already, he'd fit right in the team immediately. But we have to wait till he hits 16 years old. We will call him up as soon as that does happen. I want him in the first team, getting important minutes as soon as possible. So here we have the first youth scouting report of this series. And now we have to talk about one of the few rules I'm going to put in place for this series. I want to keep at least some semblance of realism here. Players like Bradley Hall, and honestly, I don't even know how my scout found this guy with a maximum potential of 94. I'm stunned that a two-star scout could actually find a player like this. But we have to put a rule in place that limits the maximum potential of players that can be brought into our youth academy, at least at the start. I mean, honestly, there's no possible way a player with this much promise and potential would be signed to the youth academy of Plymouth Argyle. I know we're using a Scout a Future Star, and that is the only player per season I want to bring in that has a huge potential to them. Everyone we get in through our scouting reports is going to be capped at 85 maximum potential while we're in League 2 and League 1. Once we hit the championship, it's free reign. We can bring in anybody we want. But for the first two divisions of English football, we're maxing out our potential at 85. So, unfortunately, that means no Bradley Hall for us, but we can have Liam Green with a max potential of 82, and we can have Elliot Hughes max potential of 78. We'll sign them both up. Like I said, we just need players at this point, but for now, no Bradley Hall. It's just way too unrealistic that a young English player like that would come to Plymouth Argyle. So here are the two new players into the Youth Academy. Elliot Hughes, a striker, 5'9", only 43 overall right now. I'm not sure if he'll ever get near that 78 overall potential, but maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. Liam Green, I think I'm actually going to give him a call up immediately. 49 overall isn't the best, but he does have one of the better potentials in the entire team now at a maximum potential of 82. So let's go ahead and let's offer him a contract, and we'll start playing him right away. We'll see what the kid has got, man. We're not going to waste any time here. We want to start getting these youth players in as soon as possible. We'll just offer him future first team player. Hell, he might be a first team player right now. We'll have to see. So we are set now for the first game of the season and of the series. But before we get in, let's actually look and meet the first team that we're going to be putting out there. You might as well get to know them. Let's go ahead and introduce them to you right here. So up top, we've got, I almost called him Graham, David Goodwillie, 69 overall striker. He's a four-star player. That's not half bad. He's the best player we have. Playing up top, maybe that means we'll score some goals. Hopefully it does. Behind him is Graham Carey, 68 overall, looks like a decent center attacking mid. That's not a bad partnership to have up top. 68, 69, hopefully they'll get the job done and we'll put some balls in the back of the net there. On the left side, we have Jordan Slew, naturally a striker, but he has good pace. I'm hoping to stretch the field a little bit with him on the left side. He can play striker, left mid, or right mid. In the midfield, we have Oscar Threlkeld, one of the better players as far as potential goes that we have in this current team. Next to him is Jan Sanogo. Not a lot of potential. He's naturally a center back, but he can also play in the midfield. I figured we needed some kind of a tank in there, a strong player that can kind of put his mark, leave his mark on the other team. So that's why Sanogo's in the midfield for us. Craig Tanner is in the right mid spot. He's a lone player on loan from Reading. He's only going to be with us for this season, then we will have to let him go. But he's good. Hopefully he'll help us win this season. In the right back spot, we have Gary Miller. He's a left-footed right back. Not much else to say there. If we can replace him, I will as soon as possible. In the center back spot, we have Bulvidis, a Latvian 6'3" center back, a big, strong dude. And his center back partner is Sonny Bradley, a 6'5" beast of an English center back. If there was ever a prototypical English center back, in my opinion, this would be the guy right here. Sonny Bradley, big, strong dude. I like him a lot. And in the left back spot is the highest potential player we have, Ben Purrington. Could possibly get into the 70s. The only player that we have in the entire team that could actually do that. And in the sticks, in goalkeeper, it is the old man himself, Luke McCormick. So that is the first team. Let's see if they can get it done. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Accrington Stanley. And let's see which one of these players, or if any of these players, can prove to me that they deserve to stay in this team for any length of time. I'm thinking a couple of them might, you know, some of them might surprise us. I'm going to give them all a shot. We'll give them all a fair chance. All right, we have a free kick 19 yards away. Carey actually can take decent free kicks. Let's see if he can put this one on target and get us started with a goal. That's not bad. Oh my God. That was atrocious. All right, we have a throw in. Let's just go ahead and take it right here. Beautiful play. Tanner. We're going to What was that cross, man? Ooh, passing early in this series is going to be something that's going to make me just want to hurt myself. It's just awful. Can we get this pass? That wasn't even to the right player. That's a good pass. That's not half bad at all. Play it. What is that? Why do they keep turning around and firing it backwards? 30 minutes in. We haven't done much of anything. Gotta say. Apparently we've had 6 shots, but I don't know where they all have been. They've all been blocked or something. We haven't gotten anything even close. Here we go. This is good play, though. Good Willie. Looking for a defender, and he found one. Oh, Slew. Good play. Come on, Slew. Play it through for Carey. Graham Carey. Can we have a goal here? Graham Carey finishes the move. Nice play. Jordan Slew has been very, very good up that left side. He comes up with a big defensive play there, gets the turnover, starts the fast break, and passes a nice ball up to Carey. Simple finish, simple maneuver, and we're winning this game 1-0. We've actually been pretty good in this game. Accrington haven't done anything. We've been all over them. It's Goodwitty. I keep calling him Goodwitty. Look at his actual, look at him go. He's got the scoop turn of dreams, boys. It's Good Willie. Play the ball through. It's beautiful. Oh, it's a good save. My goodness, Good Willie just tore Accrington apart. All right, Purrington, come on, man. Oh, my goodness, look at that play from Stanley. No, Accrington have equalized. Their first shot of the game. What a passing sequence from Accrington to get back into this thing. They split us open, and Taylor Fletcher, I believe it was, finishes with a beautiful shot into the bottom corner. That's a fantastic play. Man, they tore us apart on that one. It's 1-1. Nice little stop play there. Good Willie. Turns the corner. Good Willie, please get out of his way. Good Willie puts us right back in the lead. Yo, David Good Willie is a G. He is a straight-up monster in the league, too. Look at the little turn. No chance. Sanogo was almost in his way. I was about to get really pissed at Sanogo. But Good Willie puts it away. Good Lord, man. He is so good. All right, we have a corner in the dying moments of this game. I almost don't want to put this in the box because I don't want to set him on a counterattack. Forget it. It doesn't matter. It's Threlkeld for the game, to end the game. I think it was Threlkeld. It might have been Bulvidis again. Actually, I think it was Bulvidis. It was! Man, he's a beast on corners. Bulvidis gets the 3rd goal in this one, and the exclamation point to put this one to bed. Beautiful play, man. That's some good corner delivery, I think, from Taylor, and just exceptional play from Bulvidis to get on the end of it. And that is the final whistle straight after kickoff. 3-1 on the road against Accrington Stanley, man. I will take that win to start things off with. That was beautiful. We kind of fell asleep a little bit in the second half. Accrington definitely played their way back into it. Tied it up at one point. But we flipped the switch right back on after that. We were right back on it. got this win. Got to focus a little bit more. Can't fall asleep like that. But, you know, overall, this team played very, very well. So next up for Plymouth is another away match. We're on the road. This time we're in the EFL Cup to take on Leyton Orient. And we have the reserve side in there. So let's go ahead and meet pretty much everyone else we have on the roster here. So up top is going to be Jimmy Spencer. And in behind him is Ryan Donaldson. Across the midfield is our first Youth Academy call-up, Green, with 2-star weak foot and 1-star skills. Yep, this is gonna be a reoccurring theme, I think, for these Youth Academy call-ups. But we have Connor Smith and David Fox in the middle of the pitch, with Jake Jervis on the right-hand side. Gary Sawyer playing right back for us today. Carly Osborne at center back, and Bradley and Purrington stay in the team, with Luke McCormick still in goal. And that's pretty much everybody on the team. There's only like 5 or 6 other players that haven't seen the pitch. Our backup keeper, Dorrell, Garita, Burnt, I don't know how to say that name, and Callum. That's everybody on the team. That's literally all the players that we have. So yeah, this is one of the reasons I didn't want to do this series in England, is because we have to play so many games with so many domestic cups and so many league games. It's very difficult to keep everyone fit, but honestly, this is the best way to do this type of a series. So here we are, baby. Let the madness of this schedule begin. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Leyton Orient, and I think Leyton is actually one of the better teams in League 2. Thankfully, we got another League 2 team to start off this domestic cup, and we're not having to go up against like a League 1 or championship team. That would be a bit disastrous, I would think. But I don't know. I know Leyton Orient are better, but I don't know if they're that much better than us. We'll have to see. I think they're also starting their first choice starting 11 probably, so could be a bit of a struggle for us in this one. All right, Connor Smith on the ball, up to Spencer. Spencer turns over the top ball, brought down nicely, tries the volley, and it's a disaster. Actually, it was deflected. We'll take the corner. All right, we have a corner early in this one, and they're backing off, so we're going to have it short. Let's bring the ball in a little bit, then put it up in there. That's beautifully done. It's flicked over the bar, though. Oh, my goodness. That was a golden opportunity early in this one. Oh, I got a foot to it, but it's not enough. Oh, they're through. Get there. Oh, it's going to be a pen, isn't it? I thought he got a piece of the ball. Did he not? It's a straight red card. I thought he blocked the shot. Are you kidding? What happened there? That's a straight red card? Okay, that's unfortunate. 15 minutes into the game. I think he's going to go down the middle. No, he goes to the right, and we're losing this game, and we're down a man. Wow, I really didn't expect that. I was just trying to get a foot in to stop the shot. Wow. I'm stunned. Wow, the passing. I don't know how we're finding these passing lanes, but we are somehow. Here we go. This is good. This is actually really decent. Have the shot. Oh, it's wide. That was a beautiful build-up play. We were passing it all over the pitch. Beautifully done. I mean, every ball was perfect, including that final one. The shot, though, wow, was that bad. All right, we have a free kick. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere near the goal. Can David Fox get this thing up and down? Most likely not. He got good power on it. He actually hits an upper 90. What a save. Green, can you do something? He can't even do a step over. 1-star skills can't even do a step over. We actually have a nice play here. It's lining up for Jake Jervis. Have the shot. Jervis over the bar. Man, the finishing on this team is just not the one. That's the cleanest look we've had so far in this one. And Jake Jervis just hammered it. It's actually just fraction over the bar. It was actually a decent shot. Oh, we're starting to get opened up a little bit at the back. Remember, we're down a defender still. Oh, that guy's just wide open. He cuts it back as well. The shot comes in. It's wide. I probably would have had the shot first time if I was that other guy, but you know what? We'll take that. We'll definitely take that little bailout right there. Okay, Green. Okay, Green. Inside. Beautiful. Back to Green again. Nicely done. Green, can he find a cross in there? Aye, it's inches. It was inches. Who would have thought the play would actually run through Luke Green? That might actually find us the equalizer here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's just such a lucky deflection. Good tackle. Ball up to Good Willie. He turns a man. Finds it. Connor. Oh, it's a pen. Ref. That's an absolute pen. Gareth Carey was brought. Gareth? Is his name Gareth? What the heck? Graham Carey was brought down in the box. Look at that turn from Good Willie as well. He absolutely did that defender. That's a penalty, though. Carey was brought down. Ref, you blew it. And that is the final whistle as well, man. Oh. Oh, they beat us. Leyton Orient beat us on a penalty as well, which is so, just, it makes me so salty because we had one. We had a penalty shout at the end. We should have had a penalty of our own. Can't believe that wasn't called. Carey's feet got taken out from under him. We lose in the AFL Cup in the first round to Leyton Orient. All right, so our next game up is going to be once again on the road against Notts County. We still have not had a home game yet this season. Next game, we will finally come back home to take on Barnet. Our first game in front of our home fans, in front of the Green Army. Hopefully we can put on a good show for them there. But for this one, we got to go out and take on Notts County. We got the first choice starting 11 back out there. I love David Goodwillie. I mean, he is absolutely incredible. He almost saved us against Leyton Orient. Very, very nearly came in and saved us, but unfortunately just wasn't meant to be. So let's go out there and try to continue our undefeated start in the league. All right, kickoff against Notts County. A little bit of a kick clash. I didn't know that their black and white shirts were going to be so very white. I probably should have worn my greens for this one, maybe? I'm not really sure. This is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. Ooh, find that ball to Slew. Slew in there for Carey. What a finish from Graham Carey. I keep wanting to call him Gareth Carey for some reason, probably because of Gareth Barry, but I don't know. I want to call him Gareth every time, but it's Graham Carey. He is the goal scorer. Once again, man, he scored quite a few goals for us already early in this season. Beautiful pass from Slew to set that one up. Beautiful finish, man. We have just come out firing against Notts County. That's an early goal once again. Sonogo in there for Goodwillie. Oh, he did him again! Goodwillie's just so good! You can't stop him, and I got a little bit too fancy with it there. I tried to scoop, turn it back inside, and I messed up the skill. But look at him go, man. He's so freaking good. Tanner, nice little skills. Nice job on the ball. Tanner looking for the run. He finds it, and it is 2-0. Was that Graham Carey again? I think it was. My goodness, does he pop up in the box a lot? It was Graham Carey. Just shouldering the load for scoring the goals early in this season. Goodwillie's been great. He has been great, but, I mean, Carey, he's scoring them. He's putting the ball in the back of the net consistently. He just finds space that no one else can find, and his finishing's top-notch. It's 2-0 over Notts County. Oh, big tackle. Ref, that's a foul. It's okay. We're going to go over the... That's not where I wanted it, though. Carey, for your hat trick. Oh, went for it. Too fancy. I should have settled the ball. I could have had a first half hat trick with Graham Carey. He just makes the run of dreams right there. Oh, the passing. The passing from Notts County. It is incredible. What a save, though, from Luke. Is it Luke McDonald or Luke McConnell? I can't remember what his name is. I apologize, Luke. My bad, dog. I messed his name up. I feel bad. Oh, Luke again. Luke, it's McCormick. Luke McCormick. Why can't I remember that dude's name? Luke McCormick with 2 fantastic saves back to back. Keeping us in this thing. Well, keeping us in it. We're keeping up the lead. All right, another corner for Notts. Oh, it's Luke again this time, though. The deflection falls right to Notts. That's unfortunate. Okay, Luke have put on a clinic right there. 3 straight saves. Those were back to back to back. This time, though, just couldn't keep the ball out. Smith was right there on the doorstep. It fell to him and he headed it in. That's unfortunate. It was a good job from Luke. He did a good job until, you know, he just couldn't do it anymore. So it's 2-1 now. 2-1. Still in the first half. Tanner, nicely done, actually. Lets that ride. Nicely done. Purrington. Woo, Ben Purrington. He's got a shot on him, you know. That was a really nice shot from our left back. Are you kidding me with how that goal was just scored? You know, you spend so long playing with high-rated players, you forget that these types of players exist. What just happened there? Nice ball in. Can we find that ball? We can get it right back. No, I couldn't get enough power on the shot, and it's deflected in for an own goal. What the heck was that? I can't believe what I'm seeing in this game. No possible way did that just happen. It was like 3 minutes after we gave up the equalizer. We're right back down the other side, and Jimmy Spencer, I think it was, is claiming it. He just put the ball back in, and it goes off the keeper's backside and into the back of the net. League 2, everybody. League 2. And that is going to do it right there. A 3-2 victory over Notts County. Just when you think that you're just cruising along and everything's going good, it's all daisies and rainbows, you forget that you have 60 rated players that can just do the most ridiculous things at the most inopportune times. And it ended up being a very, very tight game down the stretch. Thankfully, we came out with the 3 points that I think we deserved. Alright, so that is where we're going to leave things for the first episode of Young Guns here with Plymouth Argyle. I hope you guys did enjoy it. It's unlike anything I've ever done before, but it's something I've always wanted to do. A series based around the Youth Academy to see what kind of team we can build. And the beginning stages of it have been really, really fun. We've got one Youth Scout out there right now. Hopefully, when we get into the full swing of things, we'll have 2 or 3 Youth Scouts out there, and we'll be consistently calling players up to the senior team that will challenge for first team spots in there and start, knocking some of the other players that are already here out of that first team. We'll have to see, but that's going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you when we come back for some more Young Guns with Plymouth Argyle. See ya.